Okay, yes, so I'm live now again. So thank you guys. I'm live now again. So I'm live now. Let me see. Maybe I can just test it again. Like 1 hour, 1 hour, so that I won't take too much time from Super Sam. So I've tested this one now. It's worked. So let me now try and bring Super Sam. So yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, can you see me now?
what I'll do, yeah,
Yeah.
just stay there. Uh, Let me try my other phone.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Sorry, yeah.
All right, no
Because,
problem. Yeah. So I will just stay. I will just wait for Big Sam, Super Sam to actually to join us again. So guys, the draws for the women's championship, African women's championship took place actually today, and then Nigeria is in group B. Nigeria is in group B. So we're playing against Algeria. We beat Algeria. How many 0 this last time around? So we're gonna play them again. So Algeria, Tunisia, and Botswana. So Nigeria should be having 9 out of 9 points there. But Edo Queens, please. Okay. FZ be my man. So Edo Queens, I saw them play against the third place game today. I have to be honest, tactically I wasn't impressed, and I don't know the reason why they keep on getting it wrong. They did well against Sundance. They did well against they did well in their game against the Ethiopian champions. But for me, against the semi-final game and also the game today, no. Those no. Some mistakes actually were there. For me, I don't know why the guy keep on bringing in that number 4 for that Edo Queens. He get his no, not there at all. So, and so people have been clamoring too that Edo Queens they should bring Edo Queens to Falcons. With due respect, I don't think the current level of those girls are actually what, like, the Falcons level. Because if they cannot compete, if they can compete really well at this level, and you want to take them to the African Championship, so it's going to be extremely very difficult. It's good that at least they got to semi-finals. They are third, they are fourth, and they surpass. They have two good players that can go for AFCON. Yeah. I think they have. Essien. I think they have Essien. They have Essien. I think I like Essien, and also I maybe Flashade Ijamilusi. I think Essien is actually a very good player. I think Essien and Flashade Ijamilusi. So can you hear me now? Can you see me?
yeah.
Ah,
Definitely.
good. I don't know why that one
I
didn't.
know.
I don't know why that one didn't work. So nice to actually to see you again.
Yeah, thank
And
you.
yeah, it's been a long time. But I'll be following you. You can see that I've been following you. It's not as if I did not. So I've been following you these days. So yeah. So let's just let's kickstart straight away. So I will not take too much of
No,
your time.
it's
So I know that.
fine. It's
Okay.
fine.
So what have you been up to? I know that I've been looking at your pictures, your story with grassroots in Delta. I saw your picture with some big men. Uh, so about sports, what's going on in Delta State
No,
about the
no, it's just
sports?
normal. We just try to push sports, football,
Yeah.
grassroots football. So we've just been around, just staying relevant and helping out and see how we can help the government to push sports in Delta State. Well, I've been really involved because we've had difficult times for so many years in Delta State.
Mm-hmm.
So now is a good time for us where everyone is together.
Yeah.
So wherever you do not just grassroots, we're doing overage, we're doing just sport in general, just
Yeah.
promoting sport and
Yeah.
making the government look good.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Which actually was very good. I can see you in those areas that normally,
Yeah.
big time in those areas. You were just, this is your place now. So there's no point, you just, I saw those pictures and that's actually was very impressive, So, and, looking at it in the bigger scale because the charity gives at all. So I want to ask you this question. Now we have the new sport commission chairman and everything. So what do you think it should do differently from the previous one?
No,
We used to have
I'm,
to do. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea. More because he's a football man. So
Yeah.
so for the first time you're having a football man run the ministry. Let's say ministry, but now it's now the sport commission.
Yeah.
I think that's how it works in the states. The
Mm-hmm.
state doesn't have a ministry; they have a sport commission. So they've gone back to the way it used to be before they had the ministry.
Yeah.
So having the two guys, Lapade and Shudiku,
Mm-hmm.
I think for that is a good match because
Yeah.
they're the promoters of the game
Mm-hmm.
of sports, and
Mm-hmm.
now they're in the office to make decisions. So until they start working, we have to believe that their experience will come in play, and we'll see a better sport, especially football, because they definitely know how funding is
Yes.
important.
Yes.
Funding is very important, and these guys are the guys that they've been the ones going to the government asking for funds. So
Mm-hmm.
now they're in
Yeah.
power.
Yeah.
They know how important it is going to be, to fund sports.
Mm-hmm. So, and I actually would agree with you perfectly on that too, because but people have been saying that you said they are football person. Do you think that it's slightly what lopsided? Because if it's football, sport is not only about football.
No,
So, do you think that it should be like a mix of like different other sports too? Because in the last Olympics, it was basketball that gave us joy.
yeah,
So,
but
do you
don't
think
forget.
that
These are bosses. Every sport has their own association.
yes,
They're not going to want to be picking the basketball.
yeah,
They're just head.
yes,
Once you're a sports person, you know what a sport is, regardless of what sport it
yes,
does. You know the mentality of a sportman or a woman.
yeah,
So it doesn't matter because they're football people. I think they will give the attention to different associations because they will not be one going to their basketball association or going to athletics. I think they're more of the governing body
mm-hmm,
for all sports. So the mentality, they've got a sporting mentality. So
mm-hmm,
I'm not, if anyone think they're going to be controlling basketball, I don't think that's why they're there. I
yeah,
think they're just there for the brain to control sports. So
yes.
so I think it's a good appointment because these guys have been around for a
Yeah.
while. They've
Mm-hmm.
been around for a while. They've been Lakpade has been a great promoter of
Yeah.
marketing.
Market.
So bringing sponsorship to sport in Nigeria will be his expertise
Yeah.
because he's been doing that for many years. So
Yeah.
I for once we can't just be criticizing. We have to
Yeah.
agree that some right people have been put in sports.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I actually would agree with you that they're just starting, and we saw Diko moving around, different things just to meet all those people and see exactly what they can actually do to move the sport forward. Because you agree with me that our sport is not in the states that it should be,
Yeah,
and I don't know,
sure.
I can't lay my hand on anything now, but I can just tell you that it's wrong. So we need to actually look at ourselves and be
Yeah.
able to see, okay, how can we actually improve? Somebody actually was asking me this question. I'm not meant to take it until the end of the program, but I'm going to ask. He said that we used to play in Warri before, and is it Asaba? I don't know, maybe Asaba Warri. We used to play
Yeah.
in those areas before. Now, how close is that stadium to hosting Super Eagles again? Like,
No, we're far. We're far. We have to accept that Warriors. Let me use the word um, gone behind a lot because of the stadium.
mm-hmm,
Um, it's a well-known fact. Everyone knows how we struggled.
mm-hmm,
I think for the past couple of years we've been using Asaba,
mm-hmm,
but when it comes to Delta State, I think this side of Delta State, which is the Warri side, the south, is where
mm-hmm,
sport is. No disrespect to North Delta,
no,
but we're hoping the stadium, the governor, that's one of his
Mm-hmm.
projects. The new stadium is one of his projects. So,
Oh, that's
um,
very good.
yeah, he's got a plan as well. He's got the plan. He's got, I think he's already got a contractor. I think he might give it to Julius
Mm-hmm.
Berger. So we're looking for a first class stadium in Warri. We just
Mm-hmm.
have to be patient. There's no need of complaining because we've been struggling for so many years.
Yeah, yeah.
We've been using Asaba.
Okay.
And we've got, I think we've got 25 mini stadiums in Delta State. So
Mm-hmm.
I think when the governor is ready to look at sports, you probably call on people like myself to try and get sport back to where we want
Yeah.
to be.
Yeah. Because I've been seeing that you are doing a very
But
great job in
but
that.
regardless of stadiums, we've still been the champions for the last 8 years.
Yeah.
In every competition
Yeah.
we've played, in every festival. So
But yeah.
so we're lacking infrastructure and
Mm-hmm.
grassroots planning, but we've still been good winning
Within the-
festivals. 8 years in
Yeah.
a bounce.
Yeah. So this question is from Taiwo. Said that I thought that the new governor is about to renovate Warri Stadium. Is it renovation or is building new?
No, not innovation. I think is bringing a different diagram, different
Mm-hmm.
stadium, brand new stadium.
Mm-hmm.
Even though it's in the same place, but it's not renovating that stadium. It's
Mm-hmm.
more like putting down a new structure.
New
So
structure. Oh,
yeah. So we're looking forward to
oh,
that.
that is going to be very, very good because at least this pipe is supposed to come play for Warri so that they can see the eye can see something.
Yeah.
so let me just still going to stay with the Super Eagles of Nigeria. I want to stay with football at home and last year your darling team, that AFCON actually won the NWFL. They went to they will play the WAFB qualifiers. Unfortunately,
Well,
they lost to the Ghana club in the final. They call them, I forgot the name, I remember now. So, how proud are you to see Edo Queens, progress to this level? Edo
we
Queens,
didn't just win it last season. We went unbeaten
yeah, yeah,
all
yeah,
season. So
yeah,
it was a very historical season for us.
yes.
Since then, we've not been the same, but we've had a new governor come in. I'm
Mm-hmm,
sure with time we'll get back to where we want to be.
mm-hmm,
The female team has always been, in short, sport in Delta State has always been top notch. We've always
mm-hmm,
wanted the best.
mm-hmm,
When we won it, we gave them everything. We supported them.
mm-hmm,
I'm talking from experience where I wasn't the chairman,
mm-hmm,
but I was involved.
mm-hmm,
So I can tell that we did support them to win it.
mm-hmm.
We're still going to look after them,
Yeah,
hopefully soon. But it was a dream because I was involved from day one to the last day.
mm-hmm,
So it was very good, very good feeling. So it's hard for me to see them not looking at the moment, looking good at the moment. But he's a new governor,
it's a
so
new government.
hopefully he sees how important
It's,
the Delta Queens
yeah,
and Warri Wolf is
yeah, as well.
to us.
Yeah, and I can see that apart from even sports things too, I can see the infrastructure or the template of the governor. Trying to build a new what's it called? Is it like a pavilion to host musicians and everything? Just trying to get some things to make take Warri and the Delta State to where actually what belongs, and that's actually what very good on his own side. But I will not leave Delta State without asking about this question. Warri Wolves. See, the last the last uh, the last club in Nigeria to produce, like when you say 2 3 national team players playing together was what it was.
Yeah,
Azubike Gwekwe, Sunday Mba, Chidozie Hagbin, like to be in the same. So now what it was is nowhere to be found.
yeah.
What is happening? But when
They've
you see team like Bayelsa doing well, team like what it was is it's meant to be up there. What is really happening with what it was?
they've had a couple of years, bad couple of
Mm-hmm.
years. No, let me not use bad because they did well last season in a lower division.
Mm-hmm.
But Nigeria to get promotion to the Premier League is very hard. It's more than
Yes.
just playing football. So
It's what I'm.
so yeah, so we're trying our best. They're getting back. We've got a new governor. I think soon, with what he's come to me in the office, he's doing lots of infrastructure,
Mm-hmm.
bridges, and he's doing a lot. So I don't think he has looked into sport at the moment,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why I won't lie to you. with sport right now, I cannot come to you and say we're anywhere near where we want to be. The NNL is starting next week. I don't think we're really ready. But because he doesn't have an advisor, sport, essay on sports, he might not be getting the right advice when it comes to sports. So hopefully soon he will look into sport, because the more he leads sports, the more the Warriors will struggle,
Yeah.
the more the Dela Queens will
Yeah.
struggle, and we've lost some players. We've lost lots of players because the league's going to start soon. But what I know, whenever he looks at sports, everyone knows the minute Dela Queens and Warriors will come back to the play, everyone wants to play for Warrior Wolf.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to come and play for the Queens.
Yeah.
But we want to do it as soon as possible, because we're lacking grounds of getting prepared. So
Yeah.
next week is the league. I'm not sure. We've got the players. People that knows Warrior will tell you.
Yeah.
Warrior doesn't lack lack footballers. So we'll definitely get the players. If you go anywhere in Nigeria, you see top Warrior players playing everywhere. Top Delta State players playing everywhere in Nigeria. So when we get our team back on, I'm sure we can get our players back. But
Yeah.
we have to do it soon as possible, because we're losing time.
Yeah. I actually would agree with you, and I think as soon as you guys actually would get it back on, the train is just going to be going and going. So that is actually what the most important thing. So now I want to just move slightly towards national team level, because you played for the national team, and I know that anytime you see Super Eagles play, I know how your eye is. And the issue is this: when you played for Nigeria, I know how your eye is always. You don't decide. You are always business-like. And when you're talking about Super Eagles too, you are always business-like. I know this is your darling team. Now, the last time I spoke to you was during Philip George's time. I told you about the assessment of the two games. You were not really impressed. You pointed few things out in those games that man management, you a lot of things you pointed out that was wrong. But now, your main man, who has took over the team for 6 games. How impressed are you with this current Super Eagles?
I feel sorry for Iguavo, because I played on Iguavo in the national team, and I know exactly how he managed. He's a manager. He's a man manager that he gives you respect. He expects you to respect him, to give your best. He's not that type that is a harsh guy that will insult you or push you. So maybe that is working against him now. Because I don't think Iguavo, even now, I see him now, he's a cool guy. You know what I mean? He's a cool guy. He's not that kind of manager that would cuss you out or tell you off. He's not that kind of guy. So I blame the players. No disrespectful, no disrespect to all these players. They're top players. They're good players because they all play for big clubs. But I don't think their attitude when they come to play for Nigeria is right. I don't think so. I think they've got really laid back attitude. And when you're playing for the national team of Nigeria, like you said, you have to be on point, because it's Super Eagles, man. We feel that we're the best in Africa. We should be the best in Africa with the talent we have. But with the players that we have now, I think we've got a great team. But I think we're lacking 1 or 2 players, 1, 2, 3 players, creative players, and it's not there in the team. And if you ask me now, I can't even pick a player that is not even a team, that the kind of players we need. Simple thing, players that plays the ball forward. Just pass forward. Call one player that is in the team right now that passes the ball forward. You hardly see a player, whether it's in Didi, whether it's a Iwobi, none of them. Frank, who's a good friend of mine, none of them passes the ball forward. You know a man that goes past people, and that's the only way you win. Them games. I know football is different now, but you have to pass the ball forward. People pay big money. What's the guy in Man United, the captain? Fernandez. Yeah. Those players, you rarely see them players that pass the ball forward. And I don't think we have that in the national team. We're blessed with top strikers at the moment. I don't care what anyone says about Boniface. He's still a top player. His attitude might not be where we want him to be. I still think we've not got the right system to fit him in. But he's a top player. He can't be doing what he's doing in the Liga, and he's not a good player. He's a very good player. So we have to get it right. But we don't have those creative players in the middle of the park that can make us unlock things.
mm,
No
mm.
matter what you say to me,
Yeah.
no matter who plays,
Mm-hmm.
we need losing to Rwanda at home
Mm-hmm.
is a disaster. And
Mm,
not listen, everyone lose at home. I've lost games at home.
mm-hmm.
England lost to Greece the other day. Losing at
Mm-hmm.
home is not the end of the world.
Mm-hmm.
The manner that we lost is just ridiculous. The way we lost the game, the attitude of the players, even on the bench,
Mm-hmm.
it's just ridiculous. I don't see myself. Maybe I'm old school, but I don't see myself losing the game at home for playing for my country and have a smile on my face. Even when the
Mm,
captain came on the news conference, no disrespect to him, he's a good player, but the way he was talking about the loss, I don't think he understands
mm,
how important
mm,
it is to us. He's like, oh yeah, we tried our best, it wasn't. No, 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 no. Nah,
mm,
it's more than
mm,
that. You just cannot lose. Like I said before, people lose at home.
mm-hmm.
But the manner the Super Eagles lost that day is just embarrassing. The attitude of the players is what's making the Guavo look really bad.
Mm. It's really bad. So, and just to you mentioned something about attitude. You pointed one player, Victor Boniface. What do you think is limiting Victor Boniface in the
Too late
national
back.
team?
Listen, I've played with some players. Seeing players from afar,
Mm-hmm.
from the stands is different from what you see on the pitch. So I'll give him
Mm-hmm.
that. But from what I see, too laid back. Too laid back. It shows on the pitch. Listen, if you're having a bad game, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's so easy to win over the Nigerian fans. So
Mm,
easy. Just work hard. Just
mm,
run.
mm,
Just run. Just work hard. Try your best. When they see you trying your
mm-hmm.
best, even though things are not going well for you, not only Nigerian fans, any fan of football, when they see that you're trying your best, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
everyone will always talk good about you. But the way his body language is, yeah, maybe he's serious, but what we're seeing is not at all. It's not really. I saw him one time. They didn't pass him the ball, and he was like waving his hands. And I like the kid because it's funny. He's a funny guy.
Mm-hmm.
I follow him on IG as well. He's a funny guy, but from a football point of view, I don't think he's bringing the right attitude to play for Nigeria.
Hmm, 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 hmm. Okay, okay. And let me just look. You have mentioned this thing several times about defensive coach. To have actually what a defend someone that actually especially what
Terrible.
defending. I saw the type of goals that he was conceded. Do you know Eguavon used to be a defender when he was a national team player? So I think that that type of area it should be strong in that area. But I realized that there is no organization in that
At
area.
all.
Do you think the time that he had with that team is really not enough to input what he wants to do, or it's just that maybe that's his limit?
I won't judge Iguavo because I'm not on the training pitch,
Mm-hmm.
so I can't judge. But I'm going to judge him from what I see
Mm-hmm.
on the match day.
Yeah.
Embarrassing.
Hmm.
Embarrassing. Sometimes some defending is just schoolboy. Is a bread and butter.
Mm-hmm.
We don't even do the bread and butter things defending. Is when they're attacking us, we're still wide. There's always space in between the fullbacks and the center
Mm-hmm.
defenders. It's simple. Anywhere in the world, once you're playing in a high level, top level club, they tell you once the ball's coming towards you, you come together so the ball can always go wide.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way you should allow that ball go through. In between center defenders and fullbacks. So the minute the ball's coming towards you, you guys come together. So you have to force them to go wide.
Mm-hmm.
Simple, schoolboy. And it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen with us. They split our defense like that, and not just our defenders. As a team, I don't think we have the unit off the ball. With the ball, we try and do whatever we want to do, which we don't pass the ball forward. We
Mm-hmm.
pass sideways passes.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to once we lose the ball, you can tell when a team has done the work in training ground. You can tell. It shows that there's no work that has been done in training ground because when we lose the ball, people don't come to shape. People don't take
Mm-hmm.
shape. So
Yeah.
they one pass can just kill everybody. And I think the captain he struggled the other day. Yeah, he's a good player, but listen, I think we got better players. Not listen, I'm not talking against him because he won the best player
Enough.
AFCON. So
Yeah.
I can't say he's not a good player. But when you get competition, when
Mm-hmm.
there's when there's a competition, is best to come out. I don't think there's a competition right now for any player in the team,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that's why we're lacking so much attitude and the way they play. It's just embarrassing. Not just one game.
Mm-hmm.
I was talking to someone the other day, and they said, "Oh, apart from the one game, we breezed through the qualifiers. We've not breezed through nothing.
British not
Nothing.
no
We've
no.
struggled all through. We
Yeah.
might win the game, but we struggled.
Yes.
We I can't remember the last time the Eagles had a proper performance. Like
Mm-hmm.
when you say, you know what, the Eagles played well today.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember last time, and it's a shame.
Mm-hmm.
It's a shame.
Yeah, and talking about that's about the captain now. During your time in the national team, a lot of people have been saying that this team lack leadership. That there's no really leaders in this team. That people just do what they like. People just run around the pitch. Blaming the nobody to galvanize them on the bench, even playing. When you were playing national team, you know that you played with Kanuwago. How important was like leadership then? When you play with these guys, do you just do you think anybody can behave the way they like, or everything was strictly business?
Football has moved on.
Mm-hmm.
So let's accept the fact that football is not the way it used to be. When I
Mm-hmm.
used to play, the senior players lead for example. You will see them when they come to play for the national team. You understand why this is Nigerian national team, even in training.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you get scared just going to train with your coaches and the cannons. You get
Mm-hmm.
scared because they demand a lot. There's some pass we pass in training to look at you. I'm like, how this was they call
Mm-hmm.
here, you know. So I think that's not there. I think the whole social media, the whole we're all friends. Maybe that's affected the players. So I will not say the leadership is not there, but each player should have responsibility and know. Because I was once a player, I know I joke a lot, I laugh, but the minute I get in that pitch, you're not my friend.
Mm-hmm.
You're not my friend. I want to win. Even in training, I don't want to lose. So I don't think we have that anymore. Yes, I can agree that football has moved on, as moved on from that, but we still need that leadership. We still need it. The captain that we have now is a leader, but you have to lead to example. You have to show these people why he's serious. From your press conference after the game, that attitude he was bringing on, you don't talk like that after losing to Rwanda at home. That doesn't sound good. You should come in there and telling the fans how disappointed you are, how bad he is to lose to Rwanda at home. Not, oh, we qualified. No. He passed through. Playing for Nigeria is more than that.
Yeah. I agree with you. I agree with you. In that attitude, in that press conference, I know that no. You don't need those things because, if it's Lagos, you won't even be able to sit there and give press conference like that. People will be upset. So, and another thing I actually want to point out, basically is that when you were in the national team camp, then do you think you used to have visitors, or like is it on a regular basis? Because I realized that the camp now is slightly more porous, and a lot of people will
Bit
complain.
too much. It's a bit. It's getting out of hand. But let's not blame that. These are professional players. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
I remember one time that I was staying in the national team. We were staying in Nikon in Abuja, and they had to stop us from staying in the hotel. We had to
Mm-hmm.
move to someplace white in Abuja, some apartments,
Mm-hmm.
so they can really monitor visitors coming
Mm-hmm.
in. But apart from that, as players, you know what you listen. My family are watching me play. People come to Nigeria. I play in Nigeria, so I know how fans watch the national team. So
Mm-hmm.
just for yourself, you should be able to really switch it on. Visitors can always come, but take it easy. But listen, social media has gone so far. So these
Mm-hmm.
players, they don't. If you talk like say you're old school, but
Mm-hmm.
you have to be business wise. When it comes to business, you have to be serious and play the game.
Mm-hmm.
After the game, you can do what you want to do. But I don't think having too many press, which you cannot stop because social media now and press now is what makes football big.
Big, yeah.
But there have to be a limit,
Mm-hmm.
and that has to come from Eguavoen.
Mm-hmm.
That has to come from Eguavoen. Keshi did it when he was there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Eh? He has to
Yeah.
come from Eguavoen. He's a good friend, but if you want to be the manager of the national team, you have to get
Yeah.
that bite in you to be able to do some stuff and say, listen, this is my way or no way.
Yeah.
So these players, you have to give them something to respect.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying because they're big boys, so I'm not saying you should go and bully them, but what I want to say, you give them something to respect because you play the game to the highest level.
Mm-hmm.
So you respect the players just the way they respect you, but you have to get laws in camp. I don't think discipline is what we should be talking about, because they're top
Mm-hmm.
players. They should be disciplined anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But as not the discipline, so you have to make the discipline. You know,
Mm-hmm.
you give person respect until the person disrespects you, and the minute they disrespect you, you have to make them respect you. So I think they've really disrespected Iguavo a lot by the performance. I'm not talking about man to man,
Mm-hmm.
but with the performance, they've is big disrespect to Iguavo that
Yeah.
he's putting a team out there to give such a performance.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and to come out and back them up, I don't think so. I want a player. If I play bad, I will take the criticism. You can criticize me. I will take it. I'm ugly enough to take it.
Yeah.
You know, so he should be able to come out and say,
Yeah.
"This is not good enough."
It's not good enough, because that's one thing I actually worked. Wasn't happy about, because after that shambolic performance against Benin Republic in Abidjan, and he came that it's a fair result. No, you played badly. The
No,
team was horrible. I will not actually agree with that. And before I move on to the man himself, Lookman, soon to be African Player of the Year. Victor Osimhen doing well. But anytime Lookman comes to this with this guy, he always struggles. It's like he's just chasing shadows.
when he play for Nigeria,
Yeah, when
I
Lookman comes.
don't think so. No, I don't think so. I don't think. I honestly think Lookman and Osimhen, I think they play the best.
Yeah, they
I
play,
think
but
I think you can tell from
mm-hmm.
Lookman
Yeah,
and Osimhen. Who else? Maybe the captain, but you can tell these boys come and fight
Bruno,
for the
yeah.
shirts.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they do. But what I would like to big up basically is that the position he gets to, in his club, it's always in a dangerous area. I don't know how they find him. It's always in the dangerous area. But in his national team, it seems to be, far off. He seems to cross the ball more.
probably the
He's never.
system. Yeah, no, it's probably the system, because I think Simon plays. Oh, he's up and down. Simon is up and down.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes he play well, sometimes he's like unbelievable, sometimes he's below par. But
Mm-hmm.
I honestly think it's probably the system for Lookman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but when it comes to his attitude of playing,
Mm-hmm.
you can tell
Yeah,
Lookman really wants to do well.
yeah,
He
yeah.
really fights. But
Mm-hmm.
if they ask him to play some certain roles for the national team, that's what he's going to do.
Mm-hmm.
So Egbavo has to find out what's best for these players. If
Mm-hmm.
Because we can't say technically we're sound. We can't
Mm-hmm.
say that, because technically we've always struggled. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm not talking about Guavo. I'm talking about he's probably giving them the information, and they're not probably taking it in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but when it comes to Lookman, like you said, I think it's probably the role that he
Mm-hmm.
plays, because when he plays in Atlanta, he probably play more further the pitch,
Yeah,
and get more chances, and they know what he's like. They leave him on
yeah,
one side and
yeah,
just isolate him for his club,
yeah,
and make sure he's a one-on-one.
yeah.
So that is tactics.
Mm-hmm.
I know what that is. Sometimes your player, your best player, when he's with the ball, everyone just leave him. So he's like always on one-on-one
Mm-hmm.
with the players, and maybe that's what they're doing for him at his club. But maybe in the national team, when they pass the ball to him, they go to him, so crowd will come and mark him out.
Mm-hmm.
So they have to get a system that works for individual players to get the best out of them.
Mm-hmm. So and someone put something out here too in the question box. Say if you know that between Osimhen, maybe probably your best player now might be Lookman, and you are just crossing the ball, you ask him to be crossing the ball into the box for Victor Osimhen. Do you think that you're just trying to limit him?
Listen, if I was playing against Osimhen, and because I was very good in the air
Mm-hmm.
myself, and you got a couple of people that is good in the air, and all your system is to go to with the flank and cross it, you will have no joy.
Yeah.
You have no joy. What we lack is that creativity in the middle of the park. We need to create more chances. And when I mean chances, not struggle where Osimhen will go struggle. On the play chances. Let's not use the word of culture, because that's taking it too far. But players are creative. They know how to pass the ball forward through the space. If they can get in chances, half goal chances, these boys will finish it. Even the Boniface that people think is not doing well for Nigeria, if he's always struggling to get the ball. The boys always hide there. So until we get that player, because I still think we lack a couple of players in the middle of the park. The Ndidis, the Iwobis, the the Frank, who else? All of them are the same players. Bulldozers and side passes. I don't think we got any player that passes that ball forward. If I'm wrong, you name one player, or people are watching us now. Name one player in the national team right now that will get the ball. The first thing he sees is front, forward pass. I don't think we have anyone. The first thing they see is sideways, sideways. I've played with so many players. I know what I'm talking about. There's some players, when you give them the ball, their first thing in their head is forward. Forward. If the pass is not there, then they look sideways.
Yeah.
But the first thing they always look at is forward. I don't think we have that player. Until we have that player, we will never see the best out of our strikers. So those crosses, once you meet some, especially African defenders, when you see those crosses coming in, there's so many defenders these days that is very good in the air. It's always going to be hard to score goals from crosses. But when you get a team as talented as the Nigerian team, just get those players that can create chances for these boys.
And I just give reference to this. A lot of people know this man called Tijani Babangida. When he was a national team player, anytime you give him the ball, he's always going forward. He's gonna turn,
Yeah.
he's gonna run at you. He's gonna run at you, he's gonna cause you problems. So, we know exactly what he's talking about. So now I want to people have been talking about
They're talking about Chidera Ojuke. I think he will suit the Nigerian team.
Yeah.
I think he will suit the team. I think when it's two things. When you get players like Ojuke, you have to get a confidence and say, we don't care if you lose the ball. We need one or two players that we don't really care if you lose the ball. Just go and create us chance. Go and go past people. Put the ball in for the strikers. We need those kind of players, but they need confidence. Not just put them in one game and they don't play well, and you say no, you take them off. No, people like our coaches. The reason we talk about coaches in today, it got to the point where he was even killing the game with his dribbles.
Yeah.
His teammates let
Yeah.
him be
Yeah.
because he will get one right. So we need to get these creative players the confidence to be able to go on the pitch and give us the chances. Until then, you can't just put him in one match and maybe he doesn't get the chance to come, and you then take him out and you go back to the Ndilis and go back to the Iwobis. That won't work. Get some creative players, put them on, give them the confidence to go out there and go past people and get these chances to the strikers.
Yeah.
That's what I think we need.
Yeah. So, when I was looking at the Rwanda game, I realized that the Rwandan coach played like a diamond midfield formation, and that midfield formation caged Nigeria throughout the game. It caged Nigeria throughout the game. So with the time that we actually went past that diamond formation was when Chukwueze and Dele Bashiru individual brilliance. We did that. So I want to ask you this question: do you think that it's high time for us to sacrifice some of our forward players and just look after our midfield very well?
This is my opinion. I think is personnel problem we have. Personnel problem. I don't think. I think it's personnel. I think we got a couple of players that is not meant to be there. Listen, I don't play anymore. When I was playing, if someone says to me, I've been in a club where they say to me, okay, maybe Sam has passed his best. No hard feelings. It happens. Yeah? I think some players have overstayed in national team, and you have to refresh it. New faces has to come to the team to make it a national team. So when you're going to camp and what's the name, the former Leicester boy, sure he's going to be there. You probably know he probably not run past you because he has not done that for like 2 years.
Yes.
But
yes.
But when you come to camp here and you hear someone like Jude, something that you've not met before, you be like, whoa, wait to how is it? When you come, you have to step in your game. So Jude doesn't take your position. But when you come to the same face, that he might not play, or he's got no extra, the other pace in him. You come and be confident. In the day, for example, can come to the team and know he's going to play, or knows that he has no threat. I can tell you, in my time, I was I was in camp a few times. Most times that we're in camp, we had 4 to 5, 6 defenders that will play. They will play if you put them. They're good enough.
Yeah.
They're not just there because they just want to be there. I think we've got too many players in the team right now that has made the national team stagnant. A national team should not be like that. Look at the English. I hate giving an example with Italy, English. Let me just say the English team. Look at how many players that is breaking through.
Mm-hmm.
They got too many young players coming through.
Mm-hmm.
That can play.
Yeah.
So I think Nigeria has the players around the world in the local league, around the world that can make us the same squad. That when you come to camp, you don't know what you're expecting because some talent will come from nowhere and take your
Mm-hmm.
position until we can get that done. So I think it's personnel problem. I don't think Chukwueze has been consistent enough. You know what I
Yes.
mean? And
Mm-hmm.
and they still come and have the whole joke, the whole thing. It doesn't work that way.
Yes.
National team, if you don't perform, you'll be scared that they might not invite you again. Right now, they're not
Hmm.
even scared. They know they're going to get invited.
Hmm.
Just because
Yes.
you play for AC Milan or playing for the biggest club in the world and you're not performing,
Mm-hmm.
in them days, they will call players that you'll be so surprised.
Yeah.
I was in camp when Musa came first time,
Hmm.
the first day when
Hmm.
Musa came. Everyone went, watch this kid. What he did was unbelievable. He
Hmm.
went on to play 101 games. So
Hmm.
when next are we going to have such a player,
Mm-hmm.
to come to camp and people go, who's this? Who's this? Who's this?
Mm-hmm.
And he comes and do something bright. So
Hmm.
we're lacking that. We're lacking that. And the NFF has to, not NFF, the technical side of the NFF has to understand this.
Mm-hmm.
The scouting team has to go out there and get players to come to games knowing that the first team player might lose their place.
Mm-hmm. Hmm. 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 I actually would agree with you that some players are in that team. They are making that team to become stagnant. In my own opinion, I think that there should be competition in that team. For example, now, like you mentioned that they should not be saying that, oh, I'm going to start. If he's there, he's going to play. So we need that competition. I actually agree with you on that. And to actually slightly move forward to this man. I know that you know him very well, Peter Said. You mentioned that our when you have too much foreign born, I hate that. I hate to say this thing, but because it came in the news, that's why I'm saying it. So when you have too much foreign born in the national team, people are born abroad. He said that this is what happens to
I
your foot.
disagree.
They don't play with their art. Say that we need someone that is born in Nigeria and
Ridiculous.
everything. Eh,
Ridiculous. Nah, you can't say that. No, not at all. Footballers bro, I was born in London, man. Listen, footballers are footballers, regardless
mhm,
of where you're coming from. Whether you come from Casino or you come from, the desire to win is not the place of birth.
mhm,
There's some players, Shitu, for example, Danny Shitu, he will
yeah.
rip your head off. You know what I mean, he was born. You understand? So what I'm trying to say to you is, where they were born doesn't really matter. How they sound doesn't really matter. It's what they have in them.
Hmm,
This whole social media, sometimes it makes you. Let me not use the word weak, so I don't sound old, but there's some players that doesn't want to lose. The attitude of a player doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where you're born.
mhm,
So talking about foreign-based players, home-based players, no. The Indians they're all born in Nigeria. Most of the team right now, percentage of the team were born in Nigeria, like the African players.
mhm,
Even listen, the ones when they born for abroad,
mhm,
go to their house, go to their home, eh, it's
mhm,
African.
mhm.
It's
Yeah,
African.
yeah, yeah.
Listen, my family was born in London. But come to my home now. Africa has to come. My
Mhm,
mom wasn't born in London. My
mhm,
dad wasn't born. Bless his soul. They were born in London.
mhm,
Now, so most of this in the DUC or not in the no, or whatever it will be them lot that was born abroad. Yeah, go
mhm,
to their house. It's African.
mhm,
It's not to do abroad. So let's take that away because they're born abroad. Yes, they come with a different kind of vibe, different kind of attitude,
mhm,
because when you play in Nigeria and you know the way fans
mhm,
worship football in this
mhm,
country, eh,
mhm,
you will know that losing to Rwanda at home
mhm,
is like killing somebody, you know. Eh?
mhm, mhm,
Bro, trust me, playing for Nigeria is everyone's dream.
mhm,
Especially when you grow up in this country and you see the likes of the Omokachis, the Okochas,
mhm,
the West.
mhm.
You want to put yourself in that level.
Yeah.
So you just turn out and just play. So to answer your question about the foreign base, I don't agree
Mhm,
at all. Because I've
mhm,
got a little nephew who's a foreign base, who's born abroad, but I'm very sure he's actually, I've seen him play.
mhm,
The way he thinks, the way he
mhm,
behaves, is a typical
mhm,
soldier. Like, he doesn't want to lose.
mhm,
So I can't box him in because he was born in London or born in England.
Mm-hmm.
So that's not the right thing to say. I just think the players that we have now, mentally, they don't get it right. They just laugh. I don't know. Like someone said, I think it's Eagle Strikers about the media team going
Yes.
into
Yeah.
some registered and some unregistered.
Mm-hmm.
That is bad. You
Mm-hmm.
can't get people. But by the way, there should be a time where press gets into the camp
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
not just go there anytime. Come there. They do a creator the to for social media. IG. That's not what they're there for.
Mm-hmm.
There should be a time like when we're in camp. There was a time for press.
Mm-hmm.
After that time, no press is allowed to come in.
Mm-hmm.
You get so
Yeah.
many. Let me not use the word females because every press is a press, whether it's a female
Yeah.
or male. They
Yeah.
should calm down,
Yeah.
man. The team is not even playing
Yeah.
well for the last couple of years now. They should change things. You can't keep expecting a different result and doing the same thing.
Mm.
You need to change something. Change the camp. Change the way they behave in camp. Put some rules.
Mm-hmm.
No phones going to training.
Yes. No
You know, uh,
phones.
no phones going to training sometimes. These players they will adapt to it.
Mm-hmm.
You explain to them with a lot of respect to them and say, listen, we've not had the best of years. Let's just try this. No
Mm-hmm.
phones. So they will understand.
Yeah.
They can't do that in a football club.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can't be going for training for leads or something. I carry my phone into training, but you can't do that. So
Mm-hmm.
it's possible for them to understand when they come to national camp. Yeah, you're not allowed to use your earpiece when you go to training.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I might sound old, but honest truth, we use earpiece when we're on the coach going to the training. But the minute we get on the pitch, there's no earpiece. There's no music. You listen to what they're talking about.
Yeah.
So that attitude is what we need to put in the team. That's my opinion.
Mm-hmm. And this is actually what that's why I say that people like you need to be very close to the team. Honestly, because if you have played for the national team before, you've done it before, you have played the game before.
Yeah.
When they listen to you, they will respect. No, because let me tell you something. We used to have this winning culture, but everything is just going down and down like
So
that.
it's
And
gone down. Listen, Smith, I won't lie to you. It's gone really down, and I think it's social media.
hmm,
And we have to live to this generation. We have to understand generation.
yeah,
But I don't care what you say about generation or not. There's no way a player that is got earpiece in his ear, dancing to music,
mm-hmm,
is going to be more focused than a player that's got his
mm-hmm,
earpiece, his earphone in the car,
mm-hmm,
ready for training.
yes,
Whether it's this generation or last generation, there's no way you say the guy with the music is more concentrating than the guy that is out there ready to go.
there you go. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I actually would agree with you. And to talk about the hotel is very big. So I think maybe they're gonna just rent one floor, book one floor,
I
and
know,
some people will still book
bro.
the other floor. So
I played the team for a long time. I know.
they will book the other area. Now. So I don't want to go into that details but what makes it embarrassing for me is that comedians will come to Super Eagles camp to come and be doing content, comedy,
Yeah.
like you know,
That, and that, and
and
that's where Iguavon and technical side
yes,
has to for them. There's no excuse.
mhm,
They have to, even as local, not local, but Shaibu was the local coach.
yes,
He had some really strong stand
mhm,
with what goes on in the camp.
yes,
Listen, every one of them wants to play for the national team.
mhm,
Every one of them, no matter what they say, yeah, they might say we don't care about. I know when you rest your club for like uh, 2 windows, you want to
mhm,
come and play for your country. Trust me,
yes,
even up
yes,
to Seamen,
mhm,
every one of them.
mhm,
If
mhm,
they're not going by rules and you don't invite them, for the first couple of times they will be fine. By the time they see that they're not going to come, they will have to adapt to whatever you're doing. But
mhm,
the NFF and the fans has to understand when you give someone a job, you have to back him. You
mm, yes,
have to back him.
mhm,
So Iguavon might not be the right man, but we've given him the job. The NFF has to back him to have that control over what happens in the
mhm,
camp. So not what happened with Finidi, where he says something
mhm,
and the player retaliates and nothing happened.
mhm,
That
yes, yeah,
that did not bring a good signal to. I'm not talking about a team. I'm talking about in general.
yeah,
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 the
yeah,
the technical crew has to be backed
yes,
and say, if you fail, you
mhm,
fail.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So go and
Yeah.
do whatever you have to do to win.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I actually would agree with you. Perfectly and everything. But in the, when you remember when you actually were there, you have big players in the
Yes,
dressing room that if
huge.
you are going astray, they will tell you that come on, you do this thing, and you yourself, you never smile. You are
Just
always.
example here, bro. Smithy, just example here. You dare not be the one the boss is waiting for example. Just
Yes.
as simple as that. Yeah. I
Mm-hmm.
played when Okosha was still there, when Kana was there. Imagine the attackers that in boss waiting for you.
Mm-hmm.
You. Who be you? You don't care how big you are.
Mm-hmm.
So because that you want to be there early,
Mm-hmm.
even in the chaos, you want to be there early. You really don't want the boss to waiting for you
Mm-hmm.
because there's so much big players in camp that will tell you exactly how it's being done. But
Yes.
right now, even the big players, say for example the captain, for example, yeah, there's somehow he would talk to someone else who's
Mm-hmm.
in a big club, they
Mm-hmm.
will tell him off. But if you lead to example and every other player knows this is how we behave over here, when
Mm-hmm.
a new player comes to camp, he will go as follows. But when it comes and you see the senior players and the Basses, because now they're senior players, the
Mm-hmm.
Basses, the Inia Shaw, the Chikweze,
Mm-hmm.
doing the EFPs, they'll do the same
Mm-hmm.
thing. But when well, they're the senior players, so the senior players are the one doing it. But
Yes.
when a new timer comes and he sees that you're not allowed to be, doing this,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, he won't do it.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's discipline as well.
Yeah.
But let's not blame discipline over you can't give what you don't have. Let's
Okay.
let's let's not always talk about discipline. Oh, yeah. Some of us are not good enough. Simple as ABC.
Mm-hmm.
Some of us are not good enough to play.
Even with big clubs, even with they're in big clubs. So,
Even when you're in big clubs, yeah, we footballers, we all know ourselves. We all know who was talented. We all know who worked hard. We know ourselves. You
yeah,
know,
okay.
we know ourselves. Seriously, a footballer will tell you, yes, you might have played in the Premier League or you might have played in the World Cup, but we know you're probably not better than Sam or you're ability wise.
Hmm.
So some of them might want to argue that it's not about playing for your club. I played 100 times for my country. We know ourselves ability wise.
Mm-hmm.
We know
Mm-hmm.
ourselves.
Hmm.
You know. So some of us were unlucky with
Yeah.
injuries.
Yeah.
So let's not say because you played 200 times for Nigeria makes you
Uh-huh.
a better player than me.
Yeah.
So we ability wise we know ourselves. You know.
And I like what you actually was said now. That's it. Because in all honesty, it's not as if you are here. And I might say this in several times. When the British press, when they actually took your story and brought it out, in my own, after reading that story, I said that you might end up playing for Barcelona because the way they described you, I've not even watched you. The way they described you, so we know who can play. But what you are saying is that because one of my brother just joined now,
Yeah.
Amanda say, he work
Yeah.
very close with the team too. He'll tell me say some of these boys don't sabi o. He always tell me some of these boys don't sabi o. So you think that some of these boys cannot even they
It's
don't
sad.
wait. No.
I won't lie to you. It's sad. It's sad. 10 years passes, even defending, even heading the ball, playing forward. I'm telling you, ability wise, some listen, game don't change. I
Mm-hmm.
understand. Right now, some of them plays to system. They tell them what to do in the football club. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about playing for Nigeria.
Mm-hmm.
As a
Mm-hmm.
baller.
Mm-hmm.
Whether you're playing the back, whether you're being tough,
Mm-hmm.
playing football for Nigeria. I think some of these players, let me not use the word overrated because that's going to be very disrespectful to them.
Mm-hmm.
But they're not what, bro. I'm telling you, man. I cry sometimes. I'm thinking,
Uh-uh.
oh my God, seriously, they're not. I'm not. You tell me one player. We got over people watching me now. Someone should name a player that is in the squad right now. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that he gets the ball from the back. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and pass the ball forward. Not be right back, not left back, pass that ball forward to the next
Mm-hmm.
midfielder, or pass the ball and it does the chip around the corner.
Mm-hmm.
In all day, you cannot win games like that. You will not win games like that. I'm not saying I played the game. I know my limit. I knew how good I was. I'm not coming here to tell you I was Pele but I knew how good I was.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you now, some of these players that we have now have to look in the mirror and say, listen, we're lucky, say we're in this generation. 100%.
Hmm.
100%. Because in some other generation they would not play.
I actually will agree with you that some of these guys are just lucky that they're in the place where they are. That if
At
it's
the same time, they're fit boys, they're young. I give them that. Yeah. But when it comes to the attitude and the mentality of playing for the national team and the ability as well, yeah, I will not. Yeah, football is different. It's different now. I agree. But believe me, we've had better squad, and we have one of the best squad in Africa at the moment. We have that's how good this Nigeria as a country is. If we could be talking about different squad that has been very good, at the moment I still think we have a one of the best squad in Africa, but we're missing one or two free players. Until we get those players, we'll keep playing a mediocre kind of game, sideways passes, sideways, backward. This thing, there's no penetrating passes. There's no someone that goes around to somebody. We don't care if you lose the ball. We don't care. Even let me use the example of even the Uche. What's the Uche brother? Not
Ikechukwu,
Kechuku,
yeah,
not Kechuku. Yeah,
Kalushe,
Kalu Uche.
yeah,
Even him could pass the ball forward. Even him, he was that good to pass the ball forward.
mm,
You know,
mm,
yes, the Ayila, the Demlong, we know the Sheis, we know what they were good at. But we still had players at the time that had the different kind of midfielders that can pass the ball forward. Watch the next game and remember what I've said now. Watch the next game. How many Super Eagles player, a midfielder that will turn around, yeah, and look for that pass going forward? They're too scared to do that. Too scared.
yeah. So the coach will be, he's a coach, you have a licensed coach. He said that, do you think that it might be the instruction of the manager that
No,
it should be
no.
passing that way?
Listen, Ecuador might not be the best, but a talented player we know now go with the good score. Not there. We're going to score that goal. So you pass the ball forward. A governor will tell you, say, pass the ball forward. If you can't do it, you can't do it. See, that's why you have to respect the likes of the coaches, those boys, the rumors. You have to respect them. Do you know how brave he is to pass that ball forward? It's not just a pass the ball forward, though. Bravery comes into it. Only a few
Because
players can do it.
yeah,
It's safe to pass the ball sideways.
because I realized that against Rwanda, the Rwandans were pressing AFCON. I don't know the reason why they target AFCON.
Yeah.
And immediately they press him, he clears the ball.
Do you know why? It's simple. It's simple as ABC. When we're playing, we always do video analysis. Yeah, that comes in, that talks to us. We always know if you got two center defenders, and one is very good on the ball, What you do when the keepers hold the ball, you go and block that one when they're good on the ball, make pass against the other one. When not be played. It's simple. It's not rocket science. It's simple. They say every time in the dressing room, allow him have it. Allow him have it. So they'll go block the one when Sabi play. Yeah. So Ekio might not be the best in the ball is fit. Yeah. And I still think Ekio listen, I love the guy. So I don't want to talk to go to the Africa Cup of Nations and be the best player, not be Popo. So let's respect him.
Yeah.
But right now, we need some competition.
I agree with you.
We need some competition.
I actually would agree with you in that area that AFCON needs someone that, okay, if this guy is going to play, you have to know that he can compete with me and everything.
We need a competition. We need competition.
Hey,
Even when Yobo was playing, even Yobo played so many games for Nigeria, he knows if he's off his game, there's people out there that will take his place like that.
Yes. I actually would agree with you. Well, I want to move on to the manager now. If this is a man you've played under, this is a man that you know very well. In 2006, when they get knocked out for the World Cup, he was the one that finished the job. Though he took it from Christian Chiku. In this last time around too, when Nigeria not qualify, now he did in charge against Ghana. This time around now, if they push him for this job, we might likely not qualify. Do you think that if you tell these NFL people that make we find somebody, I don't know if you do this job. What do you think he should do if you have to advise him? Because what do you think he should do?
I don't really judge that because I'm not there. I played under Iguavo. I played under him. I think his man management is really good. Um, technically, he's sound technically, but I think he needs. He doesn't have to be the most technical manager. As long as you get people around him that knows one or two things, like a defensive coach. He doesn't even know. A governor supposed to know defense, midfielder. As long as his man management is good, especially for international football, yeah, you have to get your man management right. But when it comes to technical side of the game, you need it, and that's why you need not just having assistants, but having people that can read the game and know these players and know
Yes.
what time to do this or what time to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So because I played under Iguavo, I cannot say he's technically nobody. I think and I spoke to him a few times. So he does know how to coach, and I think he has gone to further his knowledge. But sometimes players really let you down, and it depends on how you press your tactics on them. You have to press your tactics on them. We will judge you from what's happening. So we're judging him from what's happening, and that's not good enough. So sorry, but it's not good enough from him because we're judging. Every coach should judge from
Yeah,
results.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
you know,
And I don't want to put on a spot, but I'm going to ask you this question. This year we don't get 3 coaches for this year. I'm not sure maybe they're going to plan another person before December. We had Jose Pacero during AFCON. After that, I finished the judge. And after the judge now, Austin Guavon. Out of those guys, we coach this year, who do you think really even did well? Like, how will you rate them?
nah, I don't rate them, man. Don't rate them at
The
all.
3 of them?
I don't rate Pesero at all because but listen, the reason you rate Pesero small, he knew what he wanted, he went for what he wanted, and he played that the way he wanted. So you can say that's his tactics. So it's good to have a tactics than not have a tactics at all. So give him that. But his tactics was not good enough for a Nigerian national team. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Finidi
Yours.
surprised me because I've got a lot of respect for him, and I was very surprised when he talked about football. I didn't think he had a clue.
Yeah.
I'm not a manager, so minimum cost me. I'm not a
No.
manager. I don't want to be a manager.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
talking from experience, like from a former player point of view. I don't think now he's doing well for his for Rivers, yeah. But what how is he doing well? We don't know. We're talking about when he was in the national team. When
yeah.
he spoke about football, I was really surprised how not not at all. I was not impressed at all when he was talking about football. I didn't believe for someone his caliber to have played in the highest league, for him to talk about football the way he was talking about football was not good enough. Then Iguavo result doesn't say well for him. So
Yeah.
there's not so much we can talk about Iguavo. Where his result is not even when we win, we've not been impressive at all. Even when we win.
Yeah.
But by the way, football is hard. I agree. Yeah, but like when England won 5-0 the other day, you can see that they won. Convincingly. You can't be playing against Rwanda at home and not be able to at least put in 2 to 3 passes together. So what do you want us to say? I'm talking from a fan point of view now. What do you want us to say?
Yes.
So technically, we weren't sound. We're not
You
sound.
understand? I understand that. So no, just to look at the way forward now, that's actually what the final bit of us, because I have to look at it now. What we have in front of us is a World Cup qualifier. We have been here before, and we look for a way to qualify by hook or by crook. Anyhow, we just qualify. Now we have this crucial game against Rwanda again. As a former player, do you think it affects the psyche that we don't come beat these people at home now, and they're coming to our home? Do you think that will boost the Rwanda against next year? That these guys are ordinary. Come on.
It's 2 things. It's like boxing match. Yeah? When you have person one fight, you feel make mad until the first punch touch your face for ring. Yeah? Now then you can know what you're in there for.
Yeah.
So because they win us at home, that doesn't make it easy for them to win us away. Yeah? But with the caliber of players that we have, with the attitude that we've been showing, playing, yeah, I don't see us doing 6 games. I don't see us going 6 games, winning 6 games. This not be a pray to God, God will do it. No. Technically, with the way we played and the way we approach games, I don't see us winning 6 games. But football is a funny game. football can just work well for
Mm-hmm.
us. Eh? But
Mm-hmm.
I hate that. I hate prayer. I'm not talking about prayer, but when it comes to football, is what you put in there, you get out. It's like going to the gym.
Mm-hmm.
Like going to the gym. It's what you put in the gym
Mm-hmm.
in is what you bring out. So I can't just walk into the gym, knock out any weight, and say, God, I beg you. And I say, come on, so I make my muscles strong. I can't do that. It's so that's why I say prayer for football they tire me sometimes. You
Mm-hmm.
know, yeah, you
Mm-hmm.
pray for luck. But you make your own luck by training hard, by doing the right things. You know,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't see these players the word you use just to say we've been here before. We've not been here before. We've been here with different kind of players where
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
it looks like we might not qualify. Then we go on and qualify. With these
Mm-hmm.
players that we have, yeah, I don't see us going 6 games, winning all games, home and away. I don't see us doing that. Then back to this whole Rwanda thing. In football, only in football, in sport, confidence takes you long. Confidence is like a champion.
Ah,
Once you're confident,
I
yeah.
bet. Sorry, your man is here. Yakuba Igbeni. Happy
Who
birthday to Big Yak. Yakubu
who's here?
Yakubu
Yak.
Yakubu
It's
Yak.
Jack's birthday. Happy birthday.
Happy
Happy
birthday
birthday
to
to you.
you. Happy
Happy birthday
birthday
to
to
you. It's,
you.
it's his birthday today.
Big name Yakubu is 40, is it 42 or 43? I saw it that one. So I bet the Big Yak. So in fact, let me just say this thing. Yak was part of the team when we were trying to qualify the World Cup there in 2001. They went to Sudan now, war, where they were fighting war. They went to go and beat Sudan.
That's different though. The Yaks when Yaks were playing the team Yaks team the mentality was different. The mentality were
Yes.
like they didn't just believe they knew they were the best.
Mm-hmm.
The attitude of going to play games that time they're coming to beat you. They believe they're coming to beat you. They don't have the social media.
Yeah.
Creating things on IG.
Yeah.
So yeah, you cannot compare Yak's time, my
Uh-huh.
time, and now you can't compare it because
Yeah.
the mentality of the players now is so different.
Yeah. And now I want to move on to what Yak posted here. Say we need Oyibo. We need someone that will be neutral. Like we understand that it's neutral. It's
What
not
did he
as if
say?
he said
What did
we
my
need Oyibo, like a foreign coach to come. A good foreign coach. Do you think so?
maybe, but I don't think that. I think we got. When you mean foreign coach, it doesn't have to be Oyibo. We got some
Yeah.
top black coaches out there. So let's say the best coach, like technically sound coach.
Hmm.
I, I will not agree with Yak about the Oyibo thing. No, I won't agree for the Oyibo thing. I think there's some good coaches out there. Yeah, technically, there's a local lad in
Mm-hmm.
Nigerian league. Let
Mm-hmm.
me not mention his name. Yeah, I've seen him coach a team, and I was like, wow, if you expose this guy to what these guys have in Europe, yeah, he will be up
Mm-hmm.
there with the best.
Let
If
me see if I can actually. Sorry, I want to see if I can join Yak with you in this conversation, but
go on, Puyak,
let me see
I,
what Yak don't come
I'll,
out. So,
I will yell at Yak talk. I'll leave him to
no,
talk.
no, no, no. I think actually anyway, maybe probably I would like to actually want to have a big Yak if you actually want
Yak,
available.
come on, Yak.
Yeah. So, yeah. You are mentioning something about a coach. You saw someone. You saw
A young
a local
coach.
coach.
Yeah. I saw him. I saw him train. I saw him prepare because of my job that I do, being a sports in my state, I always go to the dressing room at
Mm-hmm.
halftime to see what the coach says to the players. Because
Mm-hmm.
I always see in your show, there's
Mm-hmm.
difference between coaches and motivators.
Yes.
We have lots of motivators around Nigeria. They like football. So
Okay.
you go Yak get club.
Yeah.
Yak should be listening to his coaches, especially at halftime. What do they tell the players?
Mm-hmm.
Most of them just go, "Oh boy, put body now, put body." That's not coaching. So if I walk into the dressing room and I hear my coach saying, "Oh boy, put body, oh boy, put Lego,"
Mm-hmm.
I'm like thinking, "Nah, you're getting sacked."
Yeah.
Tell them,
Eh,
coach these players.
yeah.
Tell them what tactics,
Yeah.
what they've done first half,
Yeah.
what they shouldn't do the second half. Tell them. I was once a player. I love when coaches tell me.
Yeah.
Regardless of how big you are, whether you play for Man United or playing for Arsenal, I
Mm-hmm.
think when you come in the dressing room, you expect
Mm-hmm.
information to be
Mm-hmm.
given to you, not motivation. Like
Yeah.
everything say, "Oh boy, head the ball." No, no, no. Tell me
Uh,
what to do. Tell
uh,
me that the guy
yeah.
always goes on the left side. Show
Yeah.
him outside every
Yeah.
time. coach a player, you know. So I saw this coach do that, and I'm like, wow. So if you
mm,
expose this coach to these facilities and the knowledge of these foreign coaches, I
mm-hmm.
think he'll be a great coach.
Yeah.
You know, simple
Yeah.
body.
I want to back what you said up. I don't want to mention this coach, but there was one coach that coached us this year in a crucial game. So one player, you've played in Premier League before. You've seen top managers. I know we have worked with like big managers before. I know this. Glenn Couple. No, there's also one
Steve
ready
Couple,
manager. But,
Steve Couple,
Steve
Steve
Couple,
Couple.
yeah, fantastic man. I know you have worked with him before. You've seen different managers before, but this guy came from abroad to place in Italy. He said that they wanted to prepare for a game, a must-win game. There was no tactics.
No
So
tactics.
yes, I don't want to mention the coach name. He's a national team coach. Out of the three I've mentioned today, that coach of this year, one of them, he said they were preparing for a very big game. It's just that, guys, do your thing. There was no.
Bro, it's poor. It's really bad. I'll be the last person to talk down on local coaches, but high percentage of coaches in this country is really bad, really bad. So that's why I love going to dressing rooms at halftime. I just want to hear what they say about games,
Mm-hmm,
and that tells you about coach. Um, I think when I was playing, I've benefited from good coaching. Good
mm-hmm,
coaching. Got some great managers that will tell you exactly how to win a game.
mm-hmm,
And so many times, I've gone into a game. We're not the best side,
mm-hmm.
but we've won the game
Yeah.
tactically. We've won the game because we knew exactly what we were doing.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what the national team needs. So it
Yeah.
might be Oyibo, it might be black, but you need a technical coach that knows how
Yeah.
to do it. And by the way, how many times have you seen Pep? They score a goal. The Pep looks at the bench and hates somebody and turns up to
Mm-hmm.
somebody because he's got a
Yeah.
team who
Yes.
who it's not just him. They've got a team of
Mm-hmm.
a technical
Mm-hmm.
crew who make a victory possible.
Mm-hmm.
Set pieces or how to defend properly.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what we need in the
Mm-hmm.
national team. But when you get people in the NFF that probably have never played the game before and think you just need a coach, just let's go and pay for a coach.
Mm-hmm.
You will never get it right.
Yeah.
I look at the defense a lot, not by individually, as a team, as a
Mm-hmm.
team. I don't see what they're doing in training ground. I can't tell what they've been doing in training ground. The ball's coming towards you. Why will
Mm-hmm.
you let them pass that ball? Yak will tell you, you cannot allow that. You have to force them to go wide because it's more
Mm-hmm.
easy
Mm-hmm.
to defend crosses than
Mm-hmm.
defend those balls that comes in. Those penetrating passes. It's more easy for defenders like us to defend crosses. Eh? Than to defend those balls.
Yeah.
So it's so easy as the ball's coming towards you, you come together so it can go wide. It's like the first thing they teach you defending. It's so simple.
Mm.
Come to the national team, they should be teaching you that anyway. You should know that if your winger's over there and the
Yeah.
ball's coming towards your side, you leave the winger, you come and close the space first, so it doesn't go in between.
Mm-hmm.
So you wanted to take it to the winger. Then as
Yeah.
you're going,
Yeah.
you call someone to help you. It's
Uh-huh.
simple. You need a defensive coach. You do. I've played
Mm-hmm.
for some top managers. Yeah, most times I can't even remember when the main manager taught me how to defend. We probably have a defensive coach
Mm-hmm.
that
Mm-hmm.
that high fives you after the game. That says well done. The coach, the manager probably don't even know what you've done. The defensive coach really knows the work you've put in training to have defended like that.
Mm-hmm.
How to show them where on the pitch to show them inside. Where do you get in the pitch to show them outside? If the left footer, how do you make sure you put him on his right side
Mm-hmm.
every time and let him shoot from his right side? There's so many things in defending. Not just the defenders, as a team. A midfielder knows when a defender is bringing a man in, when to go and tackle. Bro. Football is not just
Mm-hmm.
talent or just get on the pitch.
Yeah.
There's so many technical
Things that
little piece and pieces to
but
win games.
yeah, because just like to reference what you said, if Arsenal is playing and they're scoring goals, the what's it called? The defense, the what's it called? The set piece coach
Yeah.
used to like high five the Ateta
Yeah.
because that's what it is. Set piece coach just high five
Yeah.
straight away because that's not actually what they did in training. So I think we should look at this because a coach a government cannot be doing everything. It can't be the one strikers arranging everything. It
It's
can't be
few
both.
simple, bro. Now few. What's the finish saying? Okay, yeah. Now few managers.
Mm-hmm.
It's few managers there that are really coach. You know,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, some managers just do coach, but they
Yeah.
always have that guy. We players, we know there's always that coach that really knows details about what you're
Mm-hmm.
doing. A striker will tell you exactly that. Listen, it will always chop to the left.
Mm-hmm.
Most time it will
Mm-hmm.
chop to the right. So you always know. So,
Yeah.
bro, it has sometimes when you see ABC coaching
Yeah.
and it's not being done.
So guys, I'll give you opportunity of 90 seconds to come and ask your
Yeah.
question. I will set alarm now. If you don't pass 90 questions, you don't pass 90 seconds, I go take you that straight away though. So I don't want to take your
What's
time too much.
Harry saying though? Harry Bruno,
Do, do,
what's
do,
his
you know,
problem?
do you know him?
I know him. I know Henry.
Okay.
What's anyway? Go on.
He said he won't speak to you. I don't know what he's talking
No,
about.
it's Henry. I think I know him.
Okay. Okay.
I
So
know him.
let me
I know him.
just
I know
say,
him. I know him.
so if you are here, you want to join for 2 minutes. 2 minutes. I'm going to say put in a request. So I saw some request here now from Amanda Singh. Amanda Singh wants to actually ask you 3
Go
questions. So
on.
I don't want to.
Yeah.
So I'm coming. Let me just try and bring him on. Please stay past this time. No.
Henry.
Yeah. I want to bring Amanda Singh first. It's one after the other, so I don't want to take
Yeah.
your time so that you can answer the question clearly. And I don't want. So Amanda Singh, it's
Yeah, Super Sam.
Yo, bro, my bro.
I don't know,
Not bad. Not bad.
man.
at the
Sorry.
air generator.
I'm just there's noise here. I have my son in the hospital, but he's just giving him treatment. But anyway, it's fine. Super Sam, how now? Long time.
Not time. Oh. I've known you forever. Oh.
Eh?
I don't know you forever.
Of course, of course. It's been forever. Anyway, so for me, it's not really a question. I mean, Smith, we talked yesterday, right?
Yeah.
So, and I was saying to him that, look, this thing, you know, Sam, you followed this game, you played this game, you've been with the folks who, at that time, they were quality players. We didn't achieve the height of the potential of the players that we had at that time, but these were top quality because you yourself, you know how it was
Yeah.
tough to get in the team to
Yeah.
start.
No, hard.
Even though you
Hard.
were in England,
Yeah.
you were playing, but to start, it was tough. So for me, I think there's 2 things here. First is a coach. I keep saying it. We need a coach who would tactically change our team and get us to play in a certain way or 2 or 3 certain ways of playing that will be structured, that will be disciplined, and that will get the team in winning
Yeah.
ways. And then secondly, that coach has a responsibility to also rejig the team and make sure there is a high level of competition in that every player knows that every time they get an opportunity to be in the starting lineup,
Up.
it's not
Privilege.
it's not
It's a
it's
privilege.
not a right, it's a
Yeah.
privilege. You see, until we get to that part, we will not see maximum performance
I agree.
in the team.
I agree.
Honestly, for me,
I
that's
agree.
it.
Just one question for you, yeah. What do you think? This is what I think, yeah. Any nation their local league is not doing well, yeah, it's unfair for the national team to be doing well.
Yeah.
I think if you have a couple of local players in the team, yeah, and I'm not talking about because you're coming to Calabar, then you invite 2 players. No, I'm talking about when you're going to like England or you're going to Spain and you take 2, 3 players from the home base. Yeah, yeah. And the league in Nigeria is not even up to scratch. Yeah, no, we're getting there now because the infrastructure is getting a little bit better. Yeah. But until we get that right, because I've been in camp where Waneri was still local player. I think he was still
Yeah.
local. He was a good player.
Was starting,
He was
playing.
starting.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't do well, he will start and he will play well. So
Mm-hmm.
until we get those players in, yeah, these players coming from abroad, there's no one time when was the camp that we know the first team players, we know them, yeah, but there's no one time that they will come training, yeah, and mess about because they know if they give anyone one of us a chance, we will not only play well, we will take the chance.
Mm.
So when you see this, the Yobos, those boys playing, you be like, whoa, training, they're serious because there's people like what you said, the competition has to be there. You just don't come. You touched on the point that I've always made just this night. Yeah, I said to Smith, we don't have a player that passes the ball forward.
He said it.
What do you think?
He
That's
told me to.
see,
He told me for the bad
100%. I don't think we have a player in the squad that gets that ball from the back and turn around and the first is thinking first is go forward. Pass the ball, not sideways, pass the ball forward to a midfielder, not even a striker, to a midfielder. We
I'm
don't
not.
have it.
You said something similar like this before when we were talking about our players. Remember about a few months ago we were talking. Say some of these boys don't really say you use one word. Say they are not comfortable with the ball. Like they will
Yeah,
when
they're
you
not.
say football at them.
I
Say,
see.
Yes, I know.
Honestly, I agree with you. See, no disrespect to them. They are making so much money. I watched Indy play Leicester against Newcastle a couple of years ago. Great energy. He got good energy. Yeah, yeah. But bro, my lovely boy was passing the ball sideways. There's no way, not one time in the pass the ball forward. I'm not picking on him. I'm just saying that's the way football is at the moment. Anyone that can run and not get tired and just athletes, yeah, can play football. In them days, you see some players, probably not athletes, but they're ballers. Yeah,
mm-hmm.
the whistle rumors, the obodos, they're ballers. These boys will, bro,
Oh,
these boys will
Oboto.
take the ball off you, yeah, turn around, leg over. But we need that. Yes, listen, football has moved on, but we need that when it comes to African football. To win
Yeah.
games in this country, in
And
Africa,
why?
you need those
And,
boys to go.
and and why do we need that? Because the game at this level, like I did say, nothing is too strange for any team. Most teams cancel each other
Yes,
out in terms of
yes,
game
yes.
preparation. We know about how that team will play. Video analysis is available for everybody now to be able to break down teams and
Mm-hmm.
analyze teams
Mm-hmm.
4, 5, 6 games back and know how every team will want to play. So you see what Sam is saying is that individual
Mm-hmm.
brilliance comes to bear. That is why you see a JJ becomes like. Excuse me, I'm sorry to interrupt you. Yeah. Oh, okay. I need to go back there.
In case they go back and they can't be.
It's true. Sorry. So that's why a JJ looks like a superstar in a lot of times because he has that bravery and that ability to create something out of nothing
Yes.
when it becomes difficult. That's why I made the statement that I made first because when the game becomes so tight and both teams are not finding that headway, that's where that individual quality comes to bear.
Mm-hmm.
And right now in the team, you don't find that person who can carry the team and just go
Mm-hmm.
forward. You see, the reason why Lookman does very well in his club is because of the way they play.
Yeah.
He does
Mm-hmm.
very well, but
Yeah.
in Nigeria, he seems like he's the guy who needs to carry the team or give the team momentum, and he's not yet there because oh boy, African football is different. The
Mm-hmm.
ground where they play on surf is different. The players that he plays with is
the
different.
And,
the
and,
grand.
and, and listen, one more thing that I experienced when I was playing for the national team, yeah. When you come and play against African teams, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
everyone is strong, everyone is quick.
Mm-hmm.
So now when we
Yeah.
play England, I quick pass everybody. When you come and play against these black boys, yeah, they're not only quick, they will take the weather in, yeah, they just are strong.
They are
So
angry.
your professionalism, your
They want
talent,
to
they
kick
come
you.
out. They'll kick you well. Yeah, I remember some guy, Kenya player, was just running 24/7. He
Yeah.
not stop.
Everybody remember the game because he covered the game. He covered that game.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
I think that's where the professionalism comes. Being a professional, being a talented footballer, a
Mm-hmm.
baller,
Mm-hmm.
comes to play. Being a professional, playing
Yeah.
abroad comes to play. So
Yeah.
it's not we don't have that in national team.
Yeah.
The boys
Before.
that play for Rwanda, yeah, they're just typical African
Yeah.
athletes,
Yeah.
African athletes. Yeah, we could not break them down because every ball you get, you stop the dead ball and pass. They're all gonna be in position. How do you do
That's
quicker?
why.
How
Yeah.
set pieces?
And today too, I have to watch the game, and I saw the way the Rwandan coach even organized the team very well. It's also was a part of it. But I want to ask you this question before I go to everyone deep, because between Mikel Obi and JJ Okocha, which player do you think this team is missing? I want to have big Sam Sodje. Between
Me,
Mikel Obi, yes, and JJ Okocha, which player do you think this team is missing? Because when Mikel was here,
I don't. Mikel, I don't know. I think that comparison is far. See, Okocha might not even fit into this generation of play because Okocha is a kind of different player. We just need a kind of mixture of them two, where just pass the ball forward. Simple as ABC. So Okocha might not fit this generation because nowadays nobody wants to see you dribble. It doesn't make sense. Or do skills. It doesn't make sense.
The game
Never.
does not
Yeah.
even allow for that.
Exactly. Do you know what I mean? So in a way, what is if you say Mikel, how many chances did Mikel create? I'm not sure. I'm talking about even the Uche brother. You guys may not even rate him, but passing the ball forward because we're going to score that goal. Passing the ball
Carlo Uche.
forward, like Kanu, for example.
Yeah.
It's better to use Kanu. Kanu is that kind of player that will pass the ball forward, like I give you that pass. Yeah.
And he's a threat in attack too.
Yeah, I attack because when a striker make that run, they want to believe that the midfielder has seen it already before even they made the run.
Yeah.
You know, so
Yeah.
honestly, it's not rocket science of the kind of player we need. I think we just need a player that pass the ball around the corner, pass the ball around the corner, and pass the ball forward. You know, run pass. That's what we need. We don't have it. We have the player like Frank, for example. I watch Frank every other week playing for Brentford when he was at Brentford. They call him Tank for a reason. He break down play. He pass the ball sideways. You know,
Yes. Yeah, I do. But you want to ask me a question? Yeah.
Well, not the question per se, but for me, what I see with the team is it's not just for us to hire a coach. What is the problem with the team? Then we look at the kind of manager that you want to hire for the team. What I see with the team is they can't break the lines. When you set up a team, maybe mid block or low block, they find it very difficult to break that lines. That is why they always force them to play sideways. Now, there's half spaces. We don't ever use those half spaces. Because when they force you to play sideways, it reduces the threat against that team that you're playing against. And even if you want to play in the wide areas, what is the tempo of your build-up when you're playing in the wide areas? It matters a lot. And that's the problem with the team. They can't break those defensive lines. They are forced to play in the wide areas. They don't take use of the half spaces. And it's a problem. Look at Lukman when he scores for his club. It's like he's playing like a 10. It doesn't go wide because it gives him the opportunity to shoot or to play with someone.
Yeah.
Or during the Okocha days, Okocha will not be passing sideways like this. That's inside those dangerous areas. That is where he's going to put the ball. And you see Sunday Olise. If Sunday Olise is with the ball, Yekini already know when to make that run. That he's already run. But with our team, if he's with the ball, is Boniface.
Too scared
Is
to pass
Boniface
it.
running? Who is running into this place? Look at that game we talked about, Nigeria's Rwanda. Go and look at the pass. Kanu gave Agawa. It was from the middle. Kanu dropped deep. Agawa was already running. He didn't waste time. He put the ball straight into that place. He didn't waste time. But for our team, the tempo of the build-up is not, the intensity is not high. They don't know where to put the ball. So you always give your team the chance to, the defenders are already in shape. You can't break them down that way. And that is why it's difficult for our strikers to score. Even not because Osimhen is a kind of, is a different player.
He works hard and gets his own
different player wants to run like this. That's why Osimhen will always, other strikers will not score like that. Until we identify the problem of the team, then we look at the coach that fits in. It's not just bringing any coach. If you bring any coach, his team will not solve that problem. Identify the problem of that team. If you identify the problem of the team, then you say, okay, this is the coach. At the point in time, Barcelona thought of bringing.
Who identified the problem of the team?
Is the technical department.
Which technical department?
That is it they have. So it's not just bringing a foreign coach. No, it's not just bringing a foreign coach. Then again, we have to be honest to ourselves. There are some players who do not have the quality to play the Super Eagles.
We not be Oyibo people. I beg, make we not go too far. See, deal with what we have now.
What do we have?
We know waiting they happen inside. Deal with what we have now. What we are saying is, I agree with what you're saying. However, when a coach comes, Nigeria believe that we have more than enough to succeed. Why is it that Nigeria, when we lose one match, we're always worried? Because we feel that we have more than enough, and the pedigree we have as a country, a footballing nation, we shouldn't be losing games, especially that shambolic loss we had of just few days ago.
Even
We should
the Benin
do
Republic,
it.
the Benin Republic game
We
really paid
should
us
do
too.
it. So what I'm
Amanda,
saying is, if Nigeria brings in a coach tomorrow, they would have the coach. It would be the honors of the coach to identify
Two of
things
you are
like
here
you're
to ask
talking
Big Sam
about
question. No,
and find
don't ask yourself that
problems,
question. No.
solutions to those.
You are
I'm
here to ask Big Sam
telling you.
question. No. Now they ask
okay.
yourself question. No.
Big Sam, let me ask you. I mean, I still remember that when you played as a defender, and you're playing against a team that wants to like park the bus. Maybe they are not pressing high, but they want to park the bus. What do you do as a defender to help the midfield? Because the midfielders, how do you push forward? Do you tell your defenders push straight, stop playing sideways? What do you tell them at that point in time?
No, I think to win a game, it's not without packing the balls, or it's a win a game. And when you want to win a game, sometimes you might plan coming to a game to win a game by set pieces. And that's where the technical side comes in.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes you might, I've played for different clubs in my country where we go into the game because we know the way they are. We're going to this game and we know we're going to score from set pieces. So that's why when people talk about technical things, there's a reason why we use the word technical know-how.
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes you might be going to a game, you know it's going to be hard for you to break down these people. So you plan for set pieces. You plan that we'll score two set pieces. I've played for a team, not to mention the name, where the team of the game was pass to DJ. Just any ball you get, the quickest route to a certain player, do it. Because one player, they'll use one player to plan the whole game. So there's what you call technical know-how. Yeah. So sometimes we go and the coach will be like, what are we doing today? We say pass to blah blah blah. Say John, for example. Say pass to John. So the John might be at the right side of the field, yeah. Keeper will hold the ball. What's the quickest way to get that ball to John? So there's technical know-how to do it. So I'm a defender. If we're struggling to go through, that's why you need players. See, being brave as a defender, yeah, is about tackling, going to headers. Do you know taking the ball, passing the ball is being brave?
Yes,
As a
yes,
defender,
and even
I'm not
It's
receive.
being
even
worried about making
that
a
is even more
mistake.
that's even more hard, yeah, than what we do.
And again, considering how
As
the game
a
is played
defender, sorry,
today,
I want to ask you my last question. As a defender, why do you think during the African Cup of Nations it was difficult for teams to break us defensively because of the way we were organized? But now after the African Cup of Nations, when Pesero
They
left,
were just
I
castling us
mean,
when I get the
everywhere.
same
Like I said before
coach,
you guys came on,
tell me, not be
off the
the same
ball,
coach now.
yeah, off the ball, you have to know what you're doing. And that's why people shout shape. Means you come to shape. Right now, the attitude of the players, they don't even run when they're not with the ball. So at the
Remember
African
what
of
I said.
Nations, yeah, do you know our best team defending wise that I've watched and say these guys did so much training in the training ground. Falcons in
the
last World Cup.
Falcons,
Yes.
yes.
Yeah, you can tell. Say the coach trained them. Something was done in the training ground. I was once a player. I will tell you, they did it in training ground. It doesn't just come. We defenders know when the ball's coming, you come together. Yeah, they make sure they go wide. There's a part of the pitch that you know when you're showing inside. The midfielder knows once you're showing inside, come and tackle. When you get to this part of the field, show him outside, so he goes and get across. So it's easy for us to defend. It's simple. It's not simple, but we have to know this. We have to know this. So it's hard. I'm not a coach. I don't want to be a coach, but I played the game for so long that I know without tactics, it's hard for you to win games.
So that is actually what answered properly, and Superstar actually what did answer that one very well. Because for me too, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. I mean, that thing is already tired about Nigerian football. Sometimes when we talk, he's right. He will send me that voice.
I don't already sign. I don't put my 5-letter document. Say if this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things don't happen,
There-
there's no way.
there's no this
Nah,
thing.
there's no.
And
But
you
me,
Because
I
guys,
for a
told
house to be solid, the foundation needs to be
yeah,
built properly.
just
That's for sure.
just trying to wrap it up. I don't think Yak will be joining us, but let me just try and wrap it up. For me, you have already given us advice and everything. But if now I want to ask Mr. this question, if you are the NFF, what will you do? Because people are talking about long-term solution, get a coach, build a team. In Nigeria, there's nothing like long-term solution. We want it now.
No,
And that has been our
but from a professional advice,
Mm-hmm.
there's two different ways that you go. Do you want a quick fix manager?
Mm-hmm.
Because I, no disrespect to him, I love him. Matty Allen, for example, I love him. I'm not boxing him into a quick fix. Yeah, but like a Matty Allen kind of management, he can walk into a team today, and win a trophy today. You know what I mean?
And after that,
but when it comes to planning long distance, long term, he might struggle. So what the first thing the national team will know, what do we want now? Because we're trying to qualify for the World Cup, maybe we need a quick fix. So someone that will come in there that's going to motivate the players and get a structure that will just win games, win game by game. Yeah.
Just like
After that,
2010.
2010,
exactly.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's one manager. There's another manager that comes in and plan that in the next 2-3 years, this is how we're going to be playing. This is how we're going to do.
But Super Sam, can we live with not making two World Cups in a row? Nigeria, this is our country.
So do you really think? I'm sorry. Do you really think?
But you see,
it's not going to happen?
Unfortunately, we've shot ourselves in the foot with the results we've had in the previous how many games? 3 or 4.
Yeah.
But I'm surprised there. Honestly, I'm surprised that we are even surprised that we're not. Bro, how can you not prepare? Do you know how important preparation is? Do you know how do you know how important to prepare is? The NFL doesn't know that. Not only NFL. I've got a lot of sports administrators in where I work now. They say, no, now 2 months now. In 2 months' time now. Bro,
I mean,
like, do you even know what you're talking about? Do you even know? You know? So some countries know their right back in 4 World Cups. Say, if this guy keep going the way he's going, he's going to play in the next 2 World Cups.
The other
And he plays for that one. And he plays that one. We are far behind.
On the
We are
list
far
for
behind.
every position.
Yeah, we're far behind. So to advise the NFF, for me, I will scrap that technical office. But
exactly.
because Iguawa is a friend of mine, how much influence does he have? If he has the influence and he's not doing his job, the technical department of that NFF is not working. But what I mean by that, I know I'm not going to call names. Some players are there because of who brought them, who brought Boso or whatever. So we all know that. So let's not blame technical side because sometimes technical side might not even get say of who's coming or who's going. So I think the NFF has to allow people that knows what they're doing and do the job. If not, they are all struggling. That your NFF, your football is not doing well for the last from Amadou time. Technically, we've gone 10 years backward. 10 years backward.
I have a question for Amanda. I have a question for Amanda. Question for Amanda. Amanda, please let me just ask you this question.
This question came in, and I had to ask you this question, but we only have 1 minute. Big Sam, this question, I don't know why I forgot it, but I'm going to ask you this question now. Somebody said that, is this sustainable to be getting Nigerian-born players? Like, is it like sustainable to just be getting them, Nigerian-born players come and play for us? Sorry, foreign-born players, to come and play for us. Is it sustainable? Is it what we can plan for in the future?
No, but that is exactly what I'm doing. The grassroots. If you don't have a grassroots development, you will always have to depend on people that has grassroots development for your players. So that's why people are saying, is it sustainable? They'll keep doing that.
I think
In receive call with that.
and maybe receive call from my glass house.
Yeah.
So ask Amanda the question there.
Amanda, you have worked with the team before. I mean, you have that experience with the NFF. We have a game with the French national team on 30th. The list is not out. Today is 22nd, right? The list of the invited players. Do you think is normal for the list of the players not to be out by this time?
We have a game.
Yes, the Falcons.
Oh, oh, my brother. Sometimes
My
maybe ticket money
brother,
like
I don't give them visa. Some people don't get visa.
or they don't have visa.
They don't have
There are
visa.
many things.
You
Look,
go see some people
my
who say,
friend who runs things in the NFF, I've not spoken to him in a long time. You know, I'm giving him his space because he's busy with so many things, and I don't have to be asking him everything just because I want to come online. Because I mean, the last time I even spoke online, I'm sure it's maybe 2-3 months ago. But what I'm trying to say is this, and I still stand by what I say, albeit it's controversial. It boils down to budget, it boils down to planning, it boils down to money. The resources to run these things are overwhelming. So with the scarce resource that the NFF have, they have to forego some things. Some things will suffer for some things to be achieved. And the topmost priority for them is always going to be the Super Eagles, because that would come first. So a lot of times they might have money that they would want to use to do something for the youth level team, but they will have to save that money because of the upcoming qualifiers or the upcoming friendlies, because the more friendly is like servicing your car because you don't want it to break down in the future. You don't play those friendlies, your rankings don't improve. Your rankings don't improve, it affects your marketability, it affects where you rank when you go to competitions. So there's so many intrigues and so many twists and turns to these things. But I still say at the end of the day, it boils down to the budget. You can have the most grandiose and the most beautiful idea to do things done, but it will take resources for you to execute. And then unfortunately that we have a place where you find people who don't really know how to do the job, then it even makes matters worse. You know, so I don't know.
I think that's a major problem anyway.
So
that's for me. That's the
It's the major problem. I mean, I don't think it should be difficult for us to be able to market someone like Victor Osimhen.
Bro, I the camera. I think you are facing in front.
If we get money,
let me go.
If we have money, we can employ any coach. You see, Oyibo coaches, they are professional. Give them the money where they want, they will come. If they have to be flying in and out of your country, they will come and do their job and get paid and go. But do we have the money to hire a coach who can be a quick fix for our national team? Do we have that money? We don't.
We don't go home.
We don't. We need somebody who will be a quick fix for our national team to help us qualify for this next World Cup. We need it.
We need it.
But we don't have the money.
I think Super Sam, you were trying to say something before you actually went off slightly, so that we can wrap it up with that.
I remember
about the grassroots. We are talking something about the grassroots, like
yes. So I think it's always going to be hard because we need to start developing players. If not, we're always going to depend on foreign players. And by the way, if you're developing a player in, say, for example, in Lagos, for example, not because someone in Chelsea is coming as well, you automatically you think the one in Chelsea is better than the one in Lagos. You know what I mean? No, because what I always say, if you the only difference, but the huge difference between a home-based player and a foreign-based player, you know, they might argue, but I'm telling you from experience, there's a huge difference. But if you take a talented home-based player and expose him to these games, he will become a great player. Just the way the culture came through, the camera came through. Exposure is what the local players lack. Not ability-wise, you cannot tell me because we grew up in London or grew up in abroad, we are better than them. No.
JJs and all of them started from home.
Exactly. Don't expose the player. Don't only invite home base because you're playing in Calabar. Invite them when you're playing in Holland against Holland, or invite them when you play against Germany. Give them the time. to blend into the team. Watch them imagine giving them the same time you gave to Iwobi. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
he will not be the same player. He probably not be playing in Nigeria as well. You
Mm-hmm.
know, so I think there's a lot to do when it comes to grassroots because we cannot sustain the whole waiting for someone to come through in England, especially in
Well,
England. We can't be waiting for that.
yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
remember, it's usually the outcasts that we
And
pick.
bro, I think Amaju. I'm not talking against him because I think Amaju took it to the next level. Anybody just come and he just go then I'm begging to come and play. You know, I think he
Now your
took
man, now you know his style.
my guy, you know. But I think he took it to the next level of going to get players. I think calm
And
down, you
Sam,
know.
that thing don't enter all of us body. Anybody
But
when we see they play, we feel say, oh, the person must play for
yeah,
Nigeria. No. If the person is good enough, England should have cutted the person.
Mm-hmm.
no, about that, I've got a nephew, bro. I've got a nephew who's over there, and I want him to play for Nigeria as well. If you have the opportunity to play, I want him to come and play. Yeah, but
Exactly.
not because Chikudi or someone just come up from one place automatically come play for Nigeria. No, we've got
And
so many
you see,
talent over here as well. Or not only England. Yeah, one mistake we make as well when that golden generation of the Finidi. Yeah, how many of them play for England? Yes, we know England is the best league, but is England football the same way African international football is? No, some players they playing in Belgium or playing in
of course,
Bulgaria might have
Finidi only
a
played
better
in the
style.
latter. Finidi only played in the latter stages of his career for Ipswich. Now, most of
Exactly.
his football was
It doesn't have to
in
be
Holland and
England.
Spain.
The scouting system has to make it wide to go to everywhere to get these players in, or look inward
Yeah.
in Nigeria as well.
Yeah. This is good. So, Umbody, ask a question quickly, so I can have a wrap up with you. So, as you sent request
Yes.
initially.
Big Sam, I hear you.
My bro.
You have spoken well. You know, everybody will want Nigeria to be better. Like Donald Trump will tell you, America will be great again. Nigeria will be great again.
Mm-hmm.
Now, my question is this. If Stephen Keshi is the person handling Super Eagles right now, do you think there will be a lot of changes?
I was under Keshi's team. Oh.
Wait
No,
now.
Okay, go
Yes.
ahead, Sam.
listen.
Answer.
With this
Yeah,
set of players we have right now, right?
yeah.
And they get it to Stephen
Or
Keshi to coach. Do you think there will be a lot of changes? Do you think that this
Changes
is
how? In terms of results,
Keshi,
what kind of change are
Keshi,
you talking
for
about?
Keshi to
results.
succeed now, let's not forget, for Keshi to
yes.
succeed now, Keshi still has to go with what the, what happens now. Keshi cannot succeed the way he did it that time. This player, it's different. Football is different. Bro, there was a time that my coach would shout on me like, stop. Right now, you can't scream at these players. You ask for their opinion. Listen, my brother, there's coaching courses out there right now. I was talking to my ex-teammate. It's different now. Right now, you ask players, you ask, how do you think we should do this
You ask
now?
their opinion.
You
Okay,
understand?
but
So
You
Keshi,
try
so
to
to
convince
answer your
them.
question, Keshi will have a discipline, but Keshi will have to adapt to the way things are done now. Because if he doesn't adapt to the way things are done now, these players will not play.
okay. For example, Barcelona coach
Mm-hmm.
put a rule that if you come late, you are not gonna play.
Yes.
Now,
Oh boy, that one not
yeah.
normal. I was in Keshi's
Wait
team. That
now.
one did here.
Well, yes, I know where I know where I'm going. Guardiola always shout to his players.
He shout on them. He even coach them after the
Shout
game.
on them.
Coach them after the game.
Now,
Do like this after the game.
he will shout on them, right? Now, the problem for me is not the players. The problem for me is Coach Austin Iguava.
Okay, can I respond to that?
Yeah,
Now,
I'm coming. Hold on. Why did I say so, right? The problem I'm having with him is that he don't go back and see the mistake he has made and correct it. That's number one. The same thing that happened in 2021 happened in World Cup qualifier, happened against Benin Republic, happened against Rwanda, happened against Libya. You are a teacher. You did your doctorate. If your professor gave you something, you need to correct it. You need to go back to evaluate yourself. But I don't think that Coach Austin Eguavoen has evaluated himself. If I am there, I will ask him a question. If plan A is not working, how are you going to manage? There's no plan B. That is my problem with him. If he can get a plan B, said, okay, look at if something is happening, look at how we are going to do it. How can someone score you 2 goals in 5 minutes? You didn't do anything. If even if Osimhen was the one jittering players, you are just there. Hell no.
Let Big Super Tamashiro answer. You know, what was
Because
was
this is issue.
Do you want to say something at the thing?
I think, you know, a lot of people are saying that. I think his question is this.
Okay.
Why do you think Eguavoen?
No, I agree with you. But I agree with you with the Eguavoen part of a side that you know he has to come out better. But let me tell you the truth. There's different kind of managers.
I
I've played
disagree
under Eguavoen.
with him with
Yeah.
what this dude said.
Yeah, I see. See, you have the players have to take some responsibility. 100%. Bro. Did you see the bench when we're even losing? Even just pretend like you the best. No, just pretend. Yes, sir.
Fake it.
Pretend. Yes, sir. Just pretend the cry. Pretend. Yes, sir. You cannot do that. So I agree with you with the whole thing that he has lost you know, that discipline or whatever you want to say. I agree. And by the way, losing at home is not the end of the world. People lose at home. Yeah? It's the manner that we lost at home. It's just the way. Yeah? Down for you to lose, yeah, allow them beat you. Down for me to lose, yeah, to you, you have to come and beat me. I don't think we got beat that day. I thought we lost the game to them. Eguavoen has to do better to have that not fear, but that more respect from the players. But if you take away the blame from the players, yeah, it's wrong. As a football player, yeah, there's some lose that you do, you have to blame yourself. For the captain to come out at the post press conference and say, "Oh, we've qualified," just the way he was talking, yeah. You don't do that. You don't do that. So I think blame the players.
Yeah. Do you think that maybe if that captain, I know that Ekong will be honest to tell we didn't do well, that the NFF might even come for him.
Come for him that
Do you
what?
think so?
No.
Like,
Come for him how? Why would they come for him? Not being played the game.
Definitely.
If they didn't do well, they didn't do well.
No, if I'm in a team, bro, if I'm in a team, yeah, and I score one goal, and I go out there to get a press conference, I would say we didn't do well. I was rubbish today. I was rubbish today. I can do better. I can do better. Hopefully next time we'll have to come out well. Yeah, you know, there's no way we'll be losing to Rwanda at home. That's what you should be saying. Not no. I would say to you, I was rubbish today. I'm better than this. I would say that. There's no harm in doing that. No, nobody will come for you. That's my opinion.
For me, in response to what the question you were asking, first of all, you must understand that people are individuals and have different characteristics, and hence people will have different coaching styles. Keshi did not say much. He said a lot in the dressing room. On the field, he did not say much. I was in Keshi's team.
Yeah.
He did not say much, but he will state the importance of the game and what he wants. And when he gets aggravated, when he's mad, he will say it. Sometimes Keshi will say, "We cannot lose today."
Yeah.
He will say, "We cannot lose today." He will say it in the dressing room. Outside, he will not do too much. He will only talk here and there. You see, it's not about how much you shout or how much. Look, when I did my coaching badge, they were telling us that every time you're following the players and talking, it's like commentary. They don't want you to do that. But Antonio Conte, he does that the whole 9 years, right? He does that for 100 minutes or so. He does that.
Yeah.
That's his coaching style. But I'm
Okay,
sure in the course of his education, he would have been told that. So for me, the issue is this. Many things happen. And like you said, he needs to learn from previous experiences. However, even though we're blaming the players, a lot of things still has to do with coaching and on the tactical and the technical side.
That is where they come in,
And you see, I think you asked the question, if Keshi had this same team, would he have done better? In terms of numbers and in terms of, say, quality, maybe yes, because I was under Keshi's team. I was in the team before Keshi came in. And Keshi, his first match was against Botswana in Benin. It was a friendly game. And players were invited before him. I know I spoke to him before he actually took the position, and he asked me some certain things about some certain players, because he always does. He will ask me, send me what is the start of what that player did, what that player did not do. Now, if we even want to analyze, but Keshi did away with some of the good players who were still at their peak when he joined. Taiwo, Chinedu Obasi, Obina. So many good players who were still good at that time, he did away with them. Why? Like Super Sam is saying, it's a travesty that our national team can be performing well while we have a dead league. Fortunately, that time, DSTV was heavily involved in our league. Our league was still thriving. So we had a Sunday in Ba, Chinedu Agbin, that tall defender, Egwekwe. We had Obo Bona. So these are boys who, from home base, they were in the starting lineup in a Nations Cup ahead of Yobo. Obo Bona and Kenneth Omero. They were playing ahead of Yobo. And what's his name?
And they won the trophy.
So I will ask you a question. There's a question that came into my mind I want to ask you.
What I'm trying to say is,
just 2 minutes. I'm not going to stop you.
Is how much the coach brings to the players that makes them better. And it's not like Keshi is that super fantastic, technically gifted kind of coach, but he just made do and brought out the best in the boys that he had. If he had this group of boys, I'm telling you, he would even do better, because these boys, they are kind of like unique and they are different. They have different qualities.
Yes. Okay. Now, Big Sam, if they employ you, for example, the employer says Super Eagles coach, and you are not good enough, right? They gave you the job, right? What will you do?
Why would I ever think I'm not good enough?
That you are good, but you are not better. What will you do?
No. To be fair, no one can ever turn the job down, no matter how crap you are.
Okay, they gave it to you. Yeah, you accepted it, right? What would be your next thing to do?
For me, I will get people around me who are extraordinary good for me to be doing. That's it. Because I'm telling you, there's so many people in that camp. It might not be the two coaches or Guabo. There's people in that Super Eagles. You know what I'm talking about. There's people in that Super Eagles that need to give way.
God bless you. That is where you have answered the question, right?
So some people need to give way. You know, it might be let me not say. Some people need to give way.
You got my point. You can't carry a village champion. Yes, you can't carry a village champion.
And sometimes you go want make player give way, but if the people wait there on top of your head say this player no fit give way,
don't only play out. I'm not talking about players. I'm talking about from backroom staffs.
God bless.
So
that you got the point. That is where I am still blaming
But you
Coach
see, now still the
Egan.
Nigerian
There's
fans,
something
You
they
I
see,
still
right?
hate,
go back.
yeah, bro, guys. There's something I hate that they say in Nigeria that really pisses me off. Obono say do and yo. That comment, yeah,
But
pisses
Sam,
me off.
you don't did that place for like the last 8 to 10 years
Yeah,
now. So by now,
yeah.
now music to your ear now.
That
So
music,
you
but
know,
that statement is what I hate. To tell you, say, but not be English, but not be do and yo. So what you've
and
been
where
doing
we
has been failing
did
you.
with all that thing, where we did now,
Uh,
where we did,
uh,
where how
but
much progress have we
it
made?
they fail you. You're just saying nobody do and yeah. You know, so some people have to give way. Some people have to give way, and it's hard for the way you tell someone like Iguavo say, say cool, nobody do and yo.
But you don't
Tell him, they won't tell him.
decide.
They
Yeah?
won't tell anymore. They won't tell anymore. So, these have been very wonderful conversations. And then time we have Big Sam actually dissecting this issue is always very good. I really actually enjoyed myself. I know that everybody actually would enjoy themselves too. I don't want to overshoot my time. That's the reason why I have to actually just call it this thing. See, me and honestly don't talk so much about this Nigerian football matter. Sometimes I go crack my head, just go and they say, these people, you are just special breed of people. Where we say, we just
We're a
say this
different
thing
breed.
easily. Yeah, we're different breed. This thing feel
We're a
work. This
different
thing
breed,
feel
Nigeria.
just simple solution. My brother, it go turn them around. And we just hope that it go be a day that someone like this Sam Sodje can be very close to this Super Eagle and tell them those boys very well that not by
But
TikTok,
they hear them more.
not by
They
TikTok,
hear them more.
the
They hear
importance
them
of
more.
playing for this green, white, green. Because of some things now. I remember when asking Miguel Obi about this footballer, he referenced the AFCON winning, and Champions League. Say he doesn't even know what to choose between the Champions League win and the AFCON win. To tell you that he cherished his time in national team. National team na Barako, soldier go, soldier come. The moment you are not there, you are not there. See, I knew when Mikel Obi made his debut now. Sit down, the guy. I knew your debut.
Against
Madam
Zimbabwe.
Soji, I knew. Yeah, I knew when you were sweating it out in the heat of Abuja, in a crucial, it was in a crucial Cup qualifier then. I knew those type of things. You don't get you don't get the experience. These boys too, they should know that they're not even young players any longer. Because some of them are 27 years of age now. If you add 3 years, just their age, they don't miss World Cup. I think they need to actually talk to them, and that commitment must be there. But I have to agree with Super Sam on this issue. Some of these players are overhyped. They are not as good as we thought they actually were good. I have to agree with that. And I'm hearing that.
No disrespect to them. No
No,
disrespect to them. But it is what it is.
yeah,
It is what it is.
so, and about grassroots football in Delta State too, we're happy with what you are doing. Let's keep it up. And when I saw, Super Town with those kids and everything, I was like, it's really, really, this is lovely to actually want to see, because it's hard for ex-international to
Yeah.
go to those type of areas, but you did it and everything. We just want to see football grow. We want to see sport grow in Nigeria. That's actually what the most important thing. And one day, we hope that we can go and watch the MPFA game at the World Township Stadium.
Hopefully.
Hopefully, very, very soon. So thank you, Mr. Fashion, for joining.
Thank you
And
guys, yeah. Had a
thank
good
you.
time.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Yes.
All right. Yes. So that is that. Thank you guys for actually joining. I have to end it very not. We had wonderful time, but I have to just end it now. Thank you guys for joining. It's gonna be available on YouTube, and I have to still do my own tactical analysis of the game between Nigeria and Rwanda, because I can't have time tomorrow or Monday or Sunday to actually want to do it. See you guys in